Everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about something called the affective filter. Now, this is a hypothesis that has been looked at a lot in ESL and ELL education because it affects students learning new languages so much. What So first off, I actually just learned about this. I went to a conference on edweb.net. If you have not looked into edweb, it's awesome. Not only can you get continuing education credit if you already have a license, but it just has amazing information. The AP Kid has done one webinar through there, and they're actually going to have a second one coming up talking about cultural things in China and how it affects teaching and things like that. So make sure to look into that. Last time it was about strategies, ESL strategies. And actually, I think if you sign up for edweb.net, which it's free, by the way, it keeps track of your transcripts for you. But then also, I think you can go look up other recordings and watch them. So, just as a side note. But I just watched one, and this was talking about ELL students and about how they learn language and things like that. And one thing they really focused on was this affective filter, what is affective filter? So it's this psychological filter that can help students either be hindered in language production or it is facilitating. So the filter, if it's high, it means that the students are experiencing stress. The students are feeling anxious, self-conscious, they lack confidence, and this inhibits their success in acquiring a second language. So it means students are usually reluctant to participate. They can often be silent, which I've seen. I've seen the students who are scared to talk, the ones who are afraid to take risks. And if modifications aren't made, the students can be bored and be disinterested because they don't want to put that risk out there. Now, when the filter is low, they become risk takers and they try to manipulate the language. This is where you'll hear them say things and it doesn't sound quite right, but they're trying the language, they're trying to figure it out. They feel safe in making mistakes without judgment. They are okay with corrections and they feel empowered to interact. They try out these things and they feel safe sharing and thinking with you as their teacher. And so it's really an interesting idea, and I've seen it with my students. I see the ones who have the high filter who really are reluctant, and then the ones who have the low filter who they just keep trying English and they want to do it well. And so, how do we help lower the filter so that they can be these risk takers, that they can really try and acquire this language? Don't overemphasize correction. So, I mean, we should correct mistakes, and that's why we do it positively and we try and do it, but don't be doing it all the time because that can really knock down their self esteem. But try and do it, model it in sentences and different things. Use other ways, like my students who always drop an S, I hold a little S up so then it's not as quite the throws where I'm always doing that or something. Like find other ways that you can help with that correction. Next, make sure that you are getting to know the student as they get to build that rapport with you. They feel safer and they will learn that it's okay to make mistakes with you. And then sometimes you as the teacher, you make mistakes and you see if the student catches it and you say, I made a mistake too. And you can show them that mistakes are okay and we learn from those. Having fun in the class. Movement actually is a really great way. So when we're doing TPR and we're doing that, because I mean, I know we're in a little screen, but getting the students to move, interact, using your props, like things like that, that really helps the filter drop down. And as we model and really give them that schema that they can fall back on, that really helps them. You can help students kind of take smaller risks and you can help them try a new word instead of a full sentence or something. So you can find a way to build up that safety and that feeling of being able to take risks, even if they're not big risks. And just reminding them that mistakes are okay and that we're all learning and this is a safe place. And you can even set goals with the students. Of course, lower level is harder, but you could set goals with the parents and they can talk with their student. But this is just a really good thing to be aware of and to be aware of with your students and language acquisition. Now, of course, if you have any ways that help lower that filter, please share them below. You guys are amazing. Have a great day.